Well, that kind of stinks. I thought the GoPro was going, and I guess I did not hit the power button. So anyways, I dropped down to Independence Trail, just only up there. And I'm right here, guys. Oh boy, and I did a whole video talking about all the people living out here, which now I got to go do again. I tell you. Luckily, I noticed now because I had to take a pee. So as I was stopped, I looked to see if my light is blinking, and it wasn't blinking. So I was like, what the hell? So I took the helmet off, looked at the GoPro, looked at the footage, and guess what? It only recorded a 3-second part where I was like standing there fiddling with it. So, God, I hate. It was probably my fault this time, but GoPro has so many errors. It's like you never know. Well, it was probably my fault. So, anyways, Independence Trail only just dropped in, so not a big deal. By myself, having fun. Just kind of keep the flow. Not bad. Better than my first day with the woo lungs. But yeah, whew, I still feel it. I'll calm down here. A little lightheaded. Take a little extra break. I usually just stop, take a sip of water with a Camelback, and then continue. That's usually by myself the break. Now with other people, it's usually like, okay, hey, how's it going, man? Huh, doing good, blah, 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 And we rest as we kind of chit chat, regroup, and then continue on. When I'm by myself, I typically don't do that. So I got to remember, I got the woo lungs, just take it easy. It's hard for me just to sit here when I'm by myself, though. It's kind of boring, but it is peaceful. Without me, yapping, it's pretty peaceful out here. Where's the bike rolling to? I don't know. It's like, where are you rolling? Rolling back a little, I guess. Weird. Whoa, whoa, round boulder rock bounced me. Whew. Now I'm tracking. You zoom in, you can see some of the trails. Not all of them, but most of them. I reset the trip when I started, so I only gone 2.2 miles because that's mainly I went back to the front gate, back to the vehicle, back to Independence. That's the only reason why it's that many miles. And I've gone 1,072.8 miles on this bike. So that's pretty cool. And of course you have the buddy system, tracking, which I still need to put the antenna on. And only one other guy has one of these, but it's worthwhile if you're in a group. That buddy system really works. So I highly recommend it. It's a new line. Will pointed it out in my last video. I'll have to get used to that one so I can just hit it. And you know, I've gone up this. Down's a little flowier, a little easier. There's some spots going up that are a little tricky. And I'm not really liking this EMEC Tusk tire. So it's okay. But I think I like the 505 Cheater. So far, that's my favorite. It's about having grip when you need it, right? Always use the tires for your terrain. What works here in Colorado might not work back east in Tennessee, might not work in, I don't know, Arizona sand, you know. So it's hard to recommend a tire because we all ride different terrains. If you're riding more roads, you want one tire. If you're riding more trails, go ahead, who cares if it wears out, get a nice gummy tire. Okay, it's gonna stick to all this, especially if you have to go uphill. Something to think about. This is just kind of me vlogging today more than anything. So, video will be a little longer. Last second I was like, I want to go right. I'm a lot better than you saw me in the short video out here. It might not seem like it, but I am a lot 4 days that much better. Hopefully 4 more days, or whenever I come out here next, if it's early next week, if I'm pretty busy this week, then we'll see. Hopefully that much better. I can continue that much further on the trail before taking a little breather. You know, I think I'm doing pretty good standing though. I feel like my balance is good. I haven't really lost that. I'm standing probably more than I used to. So I think I'm doing good there. You just got to force yourself to stand, practice that balance, which I'm bad at. Whew, I'm to the wench point, the V. Sometimes with these, you find old trails, you know. You're like, oh, it's on here. And if you start looking, then you start looking around, you're like, there it is. So GPS has come in handy, because you might find some old stuff. It's up to you whether you think that's correct thing to take it or not if you find it. But at this point in life, I don't care anymore. I just don't. Okay, somebody's come here with a rig, and that rock, that big boulder right there, has moved. It was perfect last time. You could kind of hit it and go off. You still can. It's in our old line. Our old line used to be, you kind of had to go over into that crack or right over that big one. But they do have one wench point. I find it odd it's right there, because you're not quite up the obstacle, you know what I mean? I mean, you would think they put a wench point up here somewhere so you could clear yourself of the obstacle, because you're only wenching from those rocks, and then here's the big one. If you couldn't get over that pile down there, what makes you think you're gonna get over this? I don't know. I'm not a Jeep person, not a rock crawler person, but it just seems like a silly spot. But then again, that's a lot more filled in than it used to be in the past. Yeah, it used to be really, so maybe it was to get through there and they figured this was smooth enough. Maybe a lot of those rocks are up here. This was more rampish. Because I can remember the first time I did this, we got here, and for whatever reason, this would look like a better line, and we came across, I think there was rocks at the end of that or something, because obviously we weren't going to drop off. But I think we came across, and as soon as we hit that one, it's smoother than it looks, and it's slick. The bikes just went, whew, slid down, which got us to there, and then we got out. But those rocks down there weren't there either. So being down there was kind of dangerous. People have done a lot of rock stacking over the years. I guess that's to be expected, right? Of areas like this, just because you get people down here that probably shouldn't be down here in their rigs. Just like we get riders that probably shouldn't be come down this stuff. Come on, almost there. Drop. There we go. Yeah, like that. Cut in. Yep. That was just me like missing my foot there. Not really a real drop. Jeez. Bouncy, bouncy. Oh my God, whoa. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good time. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Stay well, take care everybody. And don't get the woo, because the woo lungs is horrible. Anyways, have a good one. Bye.